Hello, it's Mio and welcome to this Draw With Me video where I'll be drawing in my sketchbook like I usually do. But this time it's a little bit different because I will not be using markers and coloring pencils. I'm going to be changing it up a little bit and I will be using fine liners and a little bit of Posca marker in the end. So the idea behind this drawing is that I really wanted to mix something that was a herbivore and was a little bit more innocent with a wolf or something that was a bit more dangerous. So I choose a lamb, which is a very innocent, sweet animal and is often associated with purity and innocence. And then I wanted to mix it with a wolf, so it's kind of gonna be like a wolf in sheep's clothing type of thing. I started by just sketching out the sheep. I found a reference online of a lamb that I thought looked alright or fit the ankle that I wanted it to be in, because I wanted it to be like looking to the side. And then I started sketching the wool, and I was a little bit skeptical about this. I also did not know whether I was gonna use markers like I usually do and maybe some coloring pencils at this point. But I decided in the end that it looked kind of cool to just use fine liners. I also don't usually use fine liners, so I was very scared, I must say, especially in the beginning. So I tested out different ones that I had to see like the size difference and stuff. And this one is, I think, 0.3. And then I have this one, which is a lot smaller. I think it's 0.05 or something. But in the end I opted for this one, which is a 0.2, and I use that for pretty much everything because you can see that the lines are almost the same either way, so it didn't really matter, and I liked the thicker one a little bit better. So it's not that thick, but you know, it's a little bit thicker than the 0.05. So I'm trying to shade here a little bit, tested it out, and then took a little break because it was very intimidating to draw with these fine liners because you cannot erase anything, right? If you're using a marker, you can sometimes just color over it and stuff. And when you're using coloring pencil, you can also you can erase it a little bit usually. So this was very intimidating, very scary for me. I don't really use fine liners and I don't like using fine liners. But I thought it would be interesting and like a good little practice. That's also why this video is a lot shorter than my usual content, because it takes a lot shorter time to use these than it does with markers and coloring pencils. At like a certain point of the process, probably around where I am drawing right now, I was like, wait, this is actually not too bad. This is actually kind of fun. And I started getting into it a little bit more. So maybe I will be drawing some more fine line art in future days. Who knows? Obligatory cat disturbance. Thank you, and then we continue. So right here, I am starting on the eyes, and I'm sorry for the weird sounds. Oh my god, my cats are fighting, and I have recorded this 5 times. This is the last time I'm recording this, I don't want more. Anyway, I wanted innocent eyes to contrast the sharp, spooky teeth. And then I decided to draw just a whole other lamb in there. Oh my god, stop. A whole other lamb in there because I wanted more of a story. I wanted people to interpret it in different ways. So I made another lamb. It's looking a little sad, it's looking downwards, and it has a little fang. So to kind of show that it also has the terrifying wolf teeth. Otherwise, the process is pretty much the same. I do the fur the same, or the wool I should call it, and I shade it the same way. I try to make it the darkest, like between the hair strands, to kind of empathize where they are, and lighter at the tips. That's my technique. Not much to say about that. For this one, I think I used only this marker, if I remember correctly, or this fine liner. Because I just realized that I like this one the best. And even though it did help to use the other liner, the 0.05 or 0.02, to make like the tiniest hairs, this one also worked for it if you just press very lightly. So anyway, I really like this. I love this little sheep. I love both of these sheeps. I was skeptical in the beginning, but they turned out pretty good in my opinion. The last touch is gonna be this very nice red Posca pen that I love. So it's an acrylic marker. And I had this vision from the very beginning that I wanted like a red, very aggressive background. Oh god, we can't just stop on the iPad. Are you serious? Are you serious right now, Swoey? Asshole. Anyway, there's not really much to say about this. It's just me covering the whole entire page in this beautiful red marker. And that is it for this video. I enjoyed drawing this very much. Might just do some more fine liner drawings in the future, who knows? But thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it, and I will see you again next week. Goodbye.